Hello, welcome to the hOEP Supermarket of the Future Google spreadsheet. This is a presentation on the bricks and mortars supermarket of the future. Um, it's just a draft, it doesn't quite work, but it explores some ideas of interest that I'd like to talk about further, and you can vote on it to give this topic and this effort more attention. Just upvote and comment with I vote my attention and time watching this video should be respent by the creator of the video, Steve Whetstone, and he should use an equal amount of time to work on this project further. Here's what I've produced so far. Information in this column below appears as signage at the beginning of line and in the line shown by line attendant. So this stuff over here is probably going to be like signage at the front of the line, and cash registers in boxes below. So these are cash register stations, and there are different kinds of cash registers. They work differently for different people. And you vote with by choosing a cash register. So, in fact, what we have is over here we have receipt information. This will appear on your receipt and helps with refunds, after purchase quality control, and decision making. So, in the supermarket of the future, you vote by choosing a checkout lane. 1. Vote to act by shopping and buying. Your vote shopping power equals your personal time spent deciding on what to buy and waiting in line. Your economic buying power equals your personal time spent shopping can be later spent as money by you. Your political purchase power equals your personalized public shopping time can be used to weight your vote in supermarket decisions, policy, and fraud investigations. If there's a line for Black Lives Matter and you use it, then your political purchase power can be delegated in a vote for that line, a little or a lot compared to other lines. This vote doesn't cost you, and you can re-vote next time you get in line. Stand in the line for Fund Public Toilets for All, and your groceries won't cost you more money, but your time spent waiting in line will count as a vote for more public toilets for all. 50% of people go directly to the cashier after reading this. They vote for don't care by standing in this line. They pay regular dollar prices and just continue about their lives. 50% of the people are interested. They see this slideshow about hours equals price project. hOEP.coin is a project to design and test a sliding scale price tag that is convenient to use and ubiquitous. Sliding scale equilibrium price, dollar price, hOEP price tag, US dollar price tag. These are all sort of worked in a microeconomic analysis of pricing and shopping where we balance time and money. There's a slideshow. It's about 15 minutes for this that people can find out more after their purchase. If they come back for a second time, if they're a return shopper and they've already gone through this and this, then they can start here at these other lines and explore some other lines and other purchase options. For example, 2. Decide on a matter of principle and practice. Status quo pricing, default choice if no vote, that's what they're used to. A, not personalized for me. No personalized stats of interest to me. No accounting for cost of my time. No options to negotiate a better price. No profit guarantee for me. Buyer beware. That's red. Takes no time to vote. 25% of the people go to this cash register, and while they're waiting in line, they learn about status quo pricing while waiting in this line. Alternatively, option 2, they could find out about alternative price and profits distribution models. That's a 5 to 15 minute read plus vote process. And they can do this over several shopping encounters or at home conveniently to shop ahead and get paid for their time. They get personalized price discounts from me, time save stats based on my dollar per hour, discounts for my time spent shopping. My personalized profit is guaranteed. You can spend your time waiting in line. Faster, better service for lower prices promise. Engagement and active participation in economic shopping decisions and policy. So this is what you get to find out more about in this line, where 75% of the people wait. And they purchase, when they purchase, it's called an attention vote, not a cash vote. To learn about better pricing by waiting in this line. So while you're waiting in this line, you can learn about this stuff. What we want to do on the receipt here is, depending on which one they took, if they give this one, they just get a regular receipt, I think, or maybe with some stats. But if they choose this one, they get more for their hour market basket with a customized receipt that tells them how many hours they saved and their hour price and things of that nature. So, 2 votes, 2 lines, 2 cashiers. Let's evolve this concept a little further. 3. Re-envision underutilized line wait time as public voting and information time. 1 to 30-minute public attention votes on specific personalized effects of proposed pricing and profits distribution plan. And here's an example of a vote form. Major agreement on specific action plans. 1. Several surveys and polls of various topics and duration. 2. My choice of 7 price and profit alternatives to choose now for this purchase. 3. My time-saving options to hold sellers accountable with stats on statistically measurable dollar per hour savings for your time claiming a refund after purchase. These lines are sorted by how much income you have, basically. You can vote rich for much shorter lines and get a refund for your time shopping and waiting in line. 15% of the people take that because the prices are also much higher. You can vote middle for a mix of shorter lines and lower prices by waiting in this line. 35% of the people approximately choose that one. Or you can vote poor for lower cost by waiting longer for cashiers in this line. And 50% of the people choose that line. We need to keep this line short. So if this line gets long, cashiers leave the poor line and go to the go to help out with the rich line. In general, we shift cashiers around and cashier resources to make the most profit and serve people the best. On the receipt, they get statistics and value measurements comparing prices at this store to other stores or other places. We want to prove that they get more for their dollar, more for their hour, more for the environment, and more for their health. And that would be verified on the receipt. If they don't get more for their health, more for their environment, more for their hour, and more for the dollar, perhaps they can claim a refund based on their receipt. We'll talk about that more later. If they've gone through this and understand all this and have voted several times, there's additional survey and line options. What we want to do next is balance your money with your time, and then balance your time with your health and your environment. There's a 1 to 5 minute video about this topic. 23 some people buy vote and purchase with their personal time in this line. So in this line, It's sorted by highest dollar per hour first, and you pay with hours only, or perhaps hours converted into dollars if you're paying with cash. Not really sure. This one, $1,373 is your cost for this line. 70% of people would choose that. You buy vote to purchase with cash dollars only in this line. This is a first come, first served line. So it can be long or short, we don't really care. But first in, you just wait in line, one in an order. There's no skipping line if you have a short dollar per hour. In this one, buy vote, you purchase with your environmental credit in this line. The lowest carbon footprint goes to the front of this line. So this is not first come, first serve, and this is not first come, first serve. These two lines are sorted based on your dollar per hour in this one or your environmental carbon impact in this one. This appears on your receipt as a logo, and there's a URL link that should also appear on your receipt with more information about how to intelligently shop and choose which of these buying payment options is best for you based on your time, dollar per hour rates, and carbon footprint per hour rates. Finally, we have an example of how this might work for shoppers who have already been through the previous voting polls and lines and are looking for a new line that's shorter. They can skip past all those other lines and go to these lines. So you kind of have to do these lines one at a time, but if you've already done a line once, you can skip that line and go to the next line and get the empty lines by advancing. Here's some of the final lines that we'll end up with. You could vote for more and better public toilets in this line. Vote for the proposition for more public toilets by waiting in this line. 1/10 of your time waiting in line will be matched by the store. So that's a policy vote. Your time spent in line will go to this cause. Another line right next to it says vote for lower prices and defund public toilets. Vote against more public toilets by waiting in this line. 1/10 of your time in line will be subtracted from store refunding efforts. So this is a profits vote because we're voting to optimize profits for the store. Presumably, those profits will in some way reduce overhead, and you can get lower prices. Whether that works out or not, it might or might not. We should probably include some statistics on how that works in the receipt. There's another option. Vote for don't care or other to choose from a menu of causes that you want 30% of your line wait time to go towards. So this gives you 30% instead of 10%, but only if you choose a specific cause or write your own cause in for voting. If you don't care at all, then 30% of your line wait time goes towards profits, I guess. I don't know what happens then. This is to abstain or vote for your personalized right and alternative. Supermarkets, toilets, price, and profits distribution plan by waiting in this line. So you can suggest 20% of your time be subtracted from store funding effort, or 20% of your time be added, or you could suggest all sorts of things, really, anything you wanted. It might not even be about toilets. Maybe you want to suggest that they should have more shopping baskets, or maybe they should provide free grocery bags. Whatever it is, you can write it in this line, and you can vote for it on this line, and you can also vote on a wide selection of shopper-generated and shopper-created voting initiatives that you choose from competitively. At the end of this, and integrated with this, we have a sort of fuzzy logic-based decision-making vote poll AI to minimize poll voting time and efforts and verify correct action results. So this is kind of a back-end feature here. It'll be mentioned on the receipt because we're completely transparent, and we provide these formula and this information and the statistics to anyone who wants in exchange for their time and attention. But this explains how we decide what you get to vote on and what the default line choices are. So if you want to create your own voting cause in this line, it may not move into one of these promoted lines as a line option unless it gets filtered up by other people voting for it down here. So in here you can vote for anyone's vote, crowdsource, and these are just really kind of like the two most popular maybe of all the crowdsource generated voting initiatives that people stand in line for waiting on. So that's basically how you vote to act in a grocery store environment. And I'll provide a link to this, I guess, or write more about it. If anybody wants to work on this with me or contribute to production and filling out some more, maybe making some videos for this, whatever. Anything you can do to help would be great. Your time will be counted as investment credit in the hOEP project. Thank you for your time now, and remember to vote for this video so that I can get your endorsement and time credited to my account so I can spend more time of my time working on this. Thanks again for your vote.